Yeah, that's right. I was driving too and I was throwing up. All right, welcome to SlimeWire, episode 19. I am Dr. Sanders.
Captain Goyle.
Mr. Ham.
All right, and today we thought we'd start off by talking about the Grand Theft Auto series. As many of you know, Grand Theft Auto 5 has been, all the trailers have been coming out now. I think you can pre-order it from GameStop, and they have all the displays out. And I thought it'd be a good time to talk about our experiences with the previous games in the series. So, that's a good...
I'm just gonna start off and say I've never actually beaten a Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, you and me, too.
I did.
I'd jack off in those games, I mean.
What?
Just jerk around.
Oh, I was like, I don't remember those features.
Did you play number San Andreas?
Yeah, that's true.
Hot Coffee? That was on the Adam Carolla show? That was Adam Carolla, right? I got that right?
I don't know.
Well, see, the thing with Grand Theft Auto is if you don't decide you want to do the stories, it's really just a fucking about simulator.
Yeah. See, unlike a lot of people, unlike everyone that I know, I actually played those games kind of for the story. Like, that was one of the problems I had with the...
Yeah, it was Adam Carolla. I was right.
Oh, well, that was one of the problems I had with the... Well, we'll get to it, like, when we get to it. All right, start with number 1. Do you guys have any experiences with number 1?
None. I've actually never played it.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't even know there was a number. Like, I never even seen number 1 and 2 before I saw the other ones. Like number 3. Like, anything past, like, on the PlayStation 2 are the only ones I really knew about.
Before I actually played number 3, I actually played 1 and 2 off of an emulator. Or, wait, was it an emulator? Whatever. I played it on a computer.
Like
I saw him on
Cinematech.
Cinematech.
Ah.
I saw him on there. It's probably the first time. Maybe. I think I remember seeing them at, like, Target. I don't quit Markham bin.
Well, my experience was...
They're more shit.
I played number 2 first, and then later, I think after... I cannot remember. I think it was before we had... I think 3 was out, and we already had 3. Like we had rented it or something. Mm-hmm. But I managed to find the first Grand Theft Auto in, like, a bargain, like greatest hits, and it was like $5. I still have the copy. Like, if you look through my PlayStation 1 collection, I have it in there. And man, like, that game, I gotta say, it's a little stale. It's not bad.
Yes,
it's just there's
it's bad. Just admit it.
Okay, well, by today I wouldn't probably go on my way to play it. Only for nostalgia.
Just go play Retro City Rampage. It's the same thing, but better.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, like, in that game, there's no real I don't think of it as, like, one story, It's like you go to a payphone, you get a job, so then that'll give you a weapon to kill more people. It's basically Grand Theft Auto down to its slimmest forms. It's like, oh, you can just find random weapons and blow everybody up, and, like, I don't know. I found it fun for the time. I thought it was really, awesome.
I thought of a way to describe it.
It's kind of cool for, like, a 2D game,
Yeah.
Take Armageddon, remove the racing aspects, make it more top-down, and you can get out of your car, too.
That's pretty much. Like, that was pretty much Grand Theft Auto. But the one thing that I always remember is that if you got some of the kind of slower cars, and you would drive kind of as fast as you could, right? The camera would do this thing where it would kind of... how the camera, as you drive faster, the camera backs out?
Yeah.
It would, like, kind of back out and in and back out and in, and it made me so sick. Like, because the way it looked, I was just like, oh my goodness. But, I mean, for the time, it was pretty awesome. Just that you were able to have a game where, like, oh my gosh, there's weapons, you could steal cars, and I always thought the graphics were, like, way too cartoony looking on the original one, though, because it was really supremely bright and colorful.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty much my experience. I mean, all I did was stick around to that game. I tried to do some of the missions, but I can never, ever beat anything in that game with the controls. It's like tank controls, but your camera's above your guy.
Oh, you like the Rugrats movie in Paris, the video game?
Oh my god, that's a whole nother level of weird.
Tank controls.
Yep. But you guys have any experiences with 2? Well, obviously,
No.
Chemical does.
I know it exists.
Mm.
I probably have played it once or twice.
That's pretty much my sentiment. I'm pretty sure I played 2. And I have a vague recollection of playing Grand Theft Auto that was like the first one, but a little bit different, so that was probably it.
Yeah, because it's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. And now I also don't remember. These vague memories are also not very fond, so I'm just going to assume it wasn't very good either.
Okay, so Grand Theft Auto 2 is the first game I played in the Grand Theft Auto series, and it was like in '99, I think, like when it first came out. Whoa, so radical. But I remember actually really, really liking that game at the time. It had such a big environment, and it had the cool thing where like the graphics were so much better. At least I thought they were so much better. The way they use lighting and stuff in it, and it was kind of grittier. It was still like really arcadey, you know. They still had the rampage, you know.
Yeah.
You know, all the flamethrowers and stuff. Just randomly out of nowhere, like, oh, just kill 300 people as fast as you can. But I definitely played the crap out of that one, and that was back when like we would burn PS1 games, and we had like this little like Japanese expansion port chip thing that you could put in the back of the PS1.
I really fucking hate rampages.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. But here's the thing: you had like, if we could burn a disc, which would only take like, you know, a day, you could do the swap trick really easily with this thing, and I'm pretty sure that's how we used to play Grand Theft Auto 2. But I mean, I played the crap out of it. But I never beat it. It was pretty damn hard.
I got one question.
What?
How scared of you were of Y2K then? You said you were 99, right?
Oh, I was not scared at all.
But remember when all the computers reset and then all the bombs went off?
Yeah,
That was intense.
And
the world's gonna end again very soon, so you might as well just buy all the video games now.
I didn't even know anything about Y2K when it was actually 1999.
2012.
Like, I seriously found out about that later. But when I was still a kid in '99, and I thought, like, literally, because they had the Nickelodeon thing. They had like this all night till millennium. Huh? Oh yeah, yeah.
Nick News fucking sucks.
I know.
God, I hated that show.
But yeah, like, I remember I thought, like, oh man, when it turned 2000, this is so stupid. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is so stupid. I thought, like, when it was... okay, Nickelodeon was running this promo at the time for, like, when it's like, oh, it's gonna be the new millennium. It showed, like, it's like, oh man, it's gonna go from the old to the new, and, like, all these pipes came out, and it was, like, kind of like Futurama, you know?
I think I know where you're going with this.
And I thought, like, oh my god, when 2000 comes, like, everything's gonna, like, turn futuristic. And there's gonna be, like, pipes everywhere.
How old were you then? Because I was like 10, so that was
I was like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
I totally thought. Well, come on, I had, like, a huge imagination when I was a kid.
Like a 10-year-old, that's pretty believable.
Yeah. I mean, my imagination is still pretty crazy. I still think next year we're gonna have, like, that same thing. Every year I'm hoping.
The pipes ran.
That must have been pretty exciting.
Randomly pop out of the ground and turn everything futuristic.
Yes.
I'm like, that would probably be pretty exciting for me. Like, oh man, it's gonna be the future soon. But like, comes. But that's why the journey is more important than the destination.
The fact that we now have marijuana vending machines kind of is like...
Whoa. Where are those?
I don't know. It's like some place in, I don't know, maybe Oregon or what's that place?
Is it
Washington?
I think Colorado too, right?
Yeah, that's right. But like, they had
they're all legal now there, right?
This company that actually makes the vending machine, it dispenses marijuana, and the company that actually makes the vending machine is like, oh my god, we didn't think this would work so well. So I guess this company is like getting all these places that want to order this machine. They're like, we can't even keep up with the demand of people who want vending machines for this stuff. So they like stock is going sky high.
Oh.
Is that like a joke that you like just made up?
I saw something similar to that in like a headline.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but that actually is like a real thing. So these people are making these.
Well, rule 1 of journalism: when you can use a pun and it won't interfere with the integrity of your story, use that pun.
Oh, so that's true, except for the integrity part.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, if your pun doesn't interfere with your story,
my
then
puns
use that
always
pun.
interfere with my story because they don't make sense. I'm like, oh, day.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. But
I actually don't know why. I actually don't know why, but I actually got that. I can't even begin to explain why.
I don't even think that's a pun. I don't even know what I just said.
I don't know either, but I think I get you. That scares me. It's fine.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3, I also didn't beat that one, but...
No, I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto 3.
Wait, what was your guys' reaction when it came out? Like,
awesome.
Yeah.
You're like in 3D and you can just shoot everyone.
Yeah, that was pretty much our reaction, too. My neighbor actually had the game. I used to just borrow it from him all the time.
Me too. Exactly. I never had it, but my neighbor did.
Yeah, I never owned Grand Theft Auto 3, but we've sure as hell rented it probably enough times.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how I told you guys, like, way back, you know, I don't even know how many podcasts ago, that I had that memory card that you had to, like, put in this disc, wait forever, and, like, activate it?
Yeah.
That's the one that randomly deletes stuff?
No, that was the PS1. The PS2 was the one where it was like a Game Shark or Action Replay memory card.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you had to it took like 7 minutes to start up a game. Well, trying to play Grand Theft Auto 3 on that was, without a doubt, a show of my dedication to wanting to play it, because I would have to wait like 5 to 7 minutes to even get the game to load up, to activate the memory card so I could save. Then the game would have to load the entire city, which took forever. Forever. And then I would finally be able to play it. And then I would like never want to turn off the PS2.
So how long are we talking about here, approximately?
Oh, what? So I finally played the game?
Yeah.
Oh, probably like 10 minutes.
Wow, that's unacceptable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't have any other memory card.
What do you do? You like go play another game while you're like waiting for this game to load?
No, what I would do is
I know.
Listen,
10 minutes, waiting 10 fucking minutes to play a game. What was it, like 2012?
It's like
that joke actually makes sense.
I know.
Okay, like
it was kind of awful though.
Oh, new PS3 game, time to install it into my butt.
Dude, that's not. Oh my god, you should have seen when what was that damn game that took me so long to install? It was God, what was it? I'm trying to think. Was it Duke Nukem Forever or something? No, it's Rage. Oh my god, Rage. Holy shit. The install time on that was forever for me. Ah, that was like.
I remember the first game I experienced that with.
Metal Gear Solid 4?
No, it was Devil May Cry 4.
Oh god, that had the worst.
That was the first time I ever experienced install time, and I was like, what the fuck?
My god. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, so I had to wait that long, and I would usually, we'd start up, and then we would turn on TV, and come back, and hopefully it would be loaded.
That's a good way Oh man, I used to do that with Kingdom Hearts 1 when I couldn't beat Riku, and I had to keep watching the cutscene, so I would just flip to the TV while the cutscene was going.
That's pathetic.
You know what?
Skip the cutscenes in that game.
You know what I found sad?
What?
Not all that long ago, I actually went back to Kingdom Hearts 1. I had Lydia play it.
Oh, I just bought it at Book Off for $5.
Yeah.
You know what happened?
What?
She fucking beat Riku, the first time.
It's not as hard as people
because
think it was.
What year did that game come out?
2001.
Okay, I was 11 years old when I was trying to beat that.
It still pissed me off, though.
It's probably one of my... I don't know. But it was hard at the time. I eventually beat it, but... I probably didn't like grind enough, and probably didn't have like the best stuff.
Huh. Well, in Grand Theft Auto 3, as I was saying, see, segues. Doing
Yes.
it. I was I think like a lot of people, I was really blown away by the game at the time. Like, I was like, because I always wanted a game like that to come out, where not even necessarily just being able to shoot people, but I like the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, right.
Well, you guys, if you see me now, all I do is just gun down people mercilessly in games. But like, just the fact that I was able to get into cars and drive around like in a virtual city, that's so much of what I wanted in games.
The cheat codes were fun.
Yeah, those were fun too. But I mean, I played like SimCity and stuff, you know.
I'll be perfectly honest. Cheat codes were all I did in Grand Theft Auto 3.
Jesus Christ, you guys are pathetic.
But no,
I
here's
didn't
the
even
thing.
say that, but yeah, that's what I did too.
All right, here's.
All you do is
here's
start
what
the game,
happened.
get all the guns, and then you just go from there.
I would do two things when I booted that game up. One is I would order all the guns out of my magic cheat machine, and then I would either bunker up behind one of the police stations and just destroy anything that came in my line of fire, or occasionally I would make like a wall of tanks just blow up from my little spot. Because let me tell you, it's pretty funny to crush police cars with a newly generated tank that falls out of the sky.
Yeah, that's true. That was actually really fun.
Now, the other thing was I actually explored, but not the starting city. No, I pretty much saw all of the first couple times I played. No, what I would do is I wouldn't actually explore the first island you get, because does anyone else hear that weird shit ass sound in the background?
That?
Whoa, wait. That didn't come from either of you guys?
I don't know what that was.
That wasn't on my end either.
That was from me.
Oh, I was like,
I have to explain. My grandfather has this bizarre ass clock that makes
Holy
animal
shit.
sounds
Like freaking
every
out.
hour.
Ghost.
This clock makes animal sounds every hour.
What?
And here's the funny thing about it: it doesn't even make the right sounds.
Well, what the hell was
Like it's got a pig on the 12 o'clock, and it makes like a cow sound.
Isn't it like 1 o'clock? That sounded like more than like one chime.
Yeah, it doesn't actually chime. It'll just make the animal sound.
Are you in Mexico right now?
Yes.
Is it like, did you like make it from a speaking spell or something?
You know, it looks like
That's what it sounds like.
It totally does. And it's just some clock he bought at a novelty shop a while back. He liked it.
It's fucking hilarious.
It doesn't make the right animal sounds.
At first there was like, oh my god, we got internet ghosts.
Alright, let's go back to the subject. And before this devolves.
What?
There's
Probably.
like a movie with like internet ghosts, like from Japan or something, and then like America remade it.
Yeah, Fear.com.
Yeah.
That was a bad movie.
It's like the
That was
Grudge
pretty bad.
and
What?
The Hole, or whatever that movie's called.
You mean The Ring and The Grudge?
Yeah.
And there was another one about pigs or something.
Pig Latin.
Sure, whatever. Spanglish.
That island with all the kids on it.
Lord of the Flies?
Or the Flies. Remember there's a pig on there?
Oh.
You know,
Okay, so what are you saying
that
about...
guy?
He dies.
Yeah.
Gets killed. He gets a rock pushed on him. Spoilers.
Wasn't Porky the one who dies?
Yeah.
Yeah, Piglet.
Oh.
Anyway. So here's what happened. I wouldn't explore the starting area a whole lot, primarily because I got through that like the first day. No, what I figured out was first that it was really easy to make cars fly with that one cheat code. Second, and the second one was that the Banshees flew really, really easily, but had a tendency to fall after a while. And once I realized you can make tanks fly really, really funny and really easy, I said, well, goodbye, Starting Island. I'm going to go look at all these places that's missing NPCs, events, and pretty much everything that would make a legitimate level, and just fuck about. So I would go explore all the other islands.
Did you ever find Bigfoot?
I did not find Bigfoot, However, I did find an airport and discovered that the dodos are bitch to make fly, even with the motherfucking cheat code.
That's true. Apparently, it wasn't even made to fly.
That's good
Like-
programming.
Anyway, so yeah. I just described to you the entirety of my experience with Grand Theft Auto 3.
Well, I gotta say that, like,
Yeah, let me know when we get to San Andreas, and I can start talking a lot.
well, okay. Well, I gotta say that, I still play Grand Theft Auto 3, the PC version, every once in a while. That damn flying car cheat, like, I remembered it from Vice City so much more, but the one in Grand Theft Auto 3 is so ridiculously not reliable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not so ridiculously ridiculous. But,
But for some reason, tanks
Yeah,
are
if
the
you
most legitimate form of air travel.
if you can get the tank up off the ground, that's your best shot. You flip the gun thing around and then you shoot behind you, and then you can go way, way far. That's the best way to travel.
Yeah, you'll never fall with the tank.
True that.
The problem is landing it.
I used to do
Yeah.
that for fun, just spawn a tank and just start mowing down.
Well,
all that
I mean, if you want to do a clean landing, you're fucked. But you can pretty much just let the tank drop out of the sky, and you'll be okay.
Yep.
So if you're not worrying about the finesse, yeah, the tank is the top form of air travel in Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, God, I tried so hard to beat Grand Theft Auto 3, but I guess I wasn't really good at games for a while. I'm still kind of just okay at games, but like, man, I tried so hard to beat damn Grand Theft Auto 3, but that was when games seemed really long, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we were coming off all the Final Fantasies, and a lot of those PS1 games, the original ones, were just so long. And I felt like Grand Theft Auto 3 had a lot of content in it, but damn, I just could not beat that game. And I still, to this day, have never beaten it because I got so mad at this one mission. I think it was like, I forget what it was. It was one in like the third city, but I just could not beat it, and I just said, I'm not playing this game again. And I have never really seriously played that game ever since.
Just never again.
I was so mad. I wasn't gonna let it happen to me. But Vice City.
Vice City, I actually played a lot more Vice City than I played 3. Vice City is probably the one I played the most until San Andreas. It was a cool-ass game. Pretty much just went around killing people. Just messing around. I don't even know if I did any missions at any point.
You know, I actually did missions in that one. Oh, I did real specific missions. I did all the fucking around missions, like go race this car around the island. Go play with these little RC cars.
Dude, one of those, oh my gosh, you know one of the first missions where you have to actually race the car?
Yeah.
Is like the hardest mission like in the entire game. It's like this.
Yeah.
It's like this one mission where it's like,
But they make
oh,
it hard.
it's like race this car and just make it the thing. I must have done that
That's what
mission.
the guy sounds like.
sounds like
race
what-
that car.
Sounds more like, hey, I gotta race this car. Kind of. Well, I literally probably did that mission 20, 30 times.
Whoa. That's a
I
lot.
was so mad.
Did you feel good when you beat it?
Oh my, I can't even explain it. I was like, damn, I didn't activate my memory card. But yeah. Yeah. What, do you guys have any other experiences with Vice City?
It was fun. Get chainsaw.
Oh, that's right.
That
Yeah,
was
the game's definitely like cool if you're like a movie nut because there's all these
good.
like little-
Katana's in it too, right?
Yeah, that. Oh,
Katana was awesome. I would just go on like killing sprees in the mall.
Vice City had the most melee weapons out of any game.
Really? I remember
Yeah.
that. That was a lot of fun.
You had a
Katanas were
screwdriver, hatchet, baseball bat, cleaver, katana, chainsaw. I mean, man, just tons of them.
Brass
Can I
knuckles,
briefly go on a tangent here?
Sure.
Bats and
Dead
too,
Rising.
right?
You what?
Dead Rising 2.
Oh yeah.
That's a game.
Yes. It's actually one of my favorite games. Because of
Of
the...
all time.
yes.
Whoa.
For real.
serious shit.
I know, right? Now, I really enjoy it because of all the fucking around you can do with your melee weapons. Provided you're not satisfied with just figuring out you can make a fucking, lightsaber, which is actually not that hard. You can make so many crazy things. You arbitrarily stumble upon them, but still, you do such cool shit. Like, stick a fucking sledgehammer and an axe together, and you've got a weapon that lasts you throughout the game. Stick a fucking power drill on a spear, and it does crazy damage to bosses that will, circles around you. You make flamethrowers out of, fuck, I don't know how you make those. There was just so much cool shit you can do in that game.
Can you make a blender?
Actually, there's some, sort of. Remember,
make a zombie smoothie.
Sort of. Remember the little,
smoothies, pumpkin
Lego people
cookies.
in a Mega Man?
Yeah.
Serbots.
Yeah, Zerbots. You can stick, I think, lawnmower parts, like blades, on top of those and just plow through a bunch of zombies while they spin on top of your head.
That's pretty close.
Yeah. That's about as close as you can get, but it's still really cool. Stick that shit on your head and, dive in.
Huh. Well, Vice City,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I played that game all the way to the end, unlike number 3.
How was it?
I liked it a lot. I mean, it was still kind of hard. All those, I don't know, the driving is really twitchy in that game. So any of the racing missions, I found them pretty difficult. But that was years ago. I mean, it's still, when I play the game, I still kind of feel the same way. But I remember that game, with all that press that was happening at the time, I was surprised my mom let me have that game.
Yeah, no kidding.
But my mom was, so understanding of us at the time. She was like, you guys ain't gonna kill anybody. And my dad was like, hey, if you got a hooker, use a condom. No, but seriously.
That's good advice.
It is. At the same time, I know that's pretty much exactly what your dad would say in that situation.
Yeah. He's like, if you can afford it, then you can board it.
Have you ever actually said that?
I don't know, that sounds like something he'd say.
Probably.
It sort of does. But then again, you could claim almost any vaguely masculine yet confusing phrase would come out of your father, and it wouldn't really be all that far-fetched.
Give her a screwdriver for Christmas. Am I right?
Like the Tool?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
Huh.
Well,
anyway.
So I played all the way to the end of Vice City, and Vice City was the first game where you could do you could buy all the properties and stuff. So you could buy a strip club, or you could buy all these kind of things, and then San Andreas continued that. But man, I just loved playing that game. I played that game front and back, and as soon as I beat it, I went and bought all the other places and tried to get all the secret cars. Did all the cab missions. I did everything in that game, and I was sad when I finished it.
It's a good one. It's good.
I'm sort of disgusted that you managed to finish it.
Yeah, I know. I just felt like the city was so no offense to Grand Theft Auto 3, but in Vice City,
I'm gonna take offense.
Oh, okay. But I felt like the city was really much more alive in that one, because it had. Not saying that 3 didn't, but I guess just the setting of. I think it would have been different if we were New Yorkers or something, or maybe because it has much more of that kind of New York atmosphere, whereas Vice City had more of a kind of playful California, Florida type thing,
I fucking hate New York.
So I thought, I felt like the parodies of the characters that they were trying to go for, like the sleazy lawyer and the, party animal who tans so much. It was
familiar.
Yeah, it was way funnier to me, and I felt like the humor with the cars and the cheats and everything, it all came together a lot better for me than 3 did. So, but I mean, man, and also just the fact that it's fucking Scarface, the game.
True that. True that.
Which is better than Scarface the game.
That is also true. God, I remember that now.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Vice City was so popular they actually made a Scarface the game, and it wasn't very popular.
Well, they made a Reservoir Dogs game.
Yeah.
That was on PS2, I think.
That exists.
You know, I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs in so long, I actually can't remember what happens in it, except that I know there's some sort of heist, and there's a bunch of dudes in it.
There's a heist in that movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in there somewhere.
I mean,
Somewhere.
I know it just pretty much described the movie, but I can't remember anything specific about it.
Well, there's some reservoir and some dogs. Yeah. So, I don't know if there's anything else. I think I don't know. I can't stress enough how many hours I put into Vice City. And I remember my friend was super kind of like didn't get that, like, that my parents were okay with me having Vice City.
Whoa, did you steal this?
Yeah. It was weird. It was
like,
I don't know. It was just a weird time to be a video gamer then, and to want to play that game, I gotta say. So, I don't know how else to...
It ain't easy being Grand Theft Auto.
It ain't easy. Yeah. You basically said it. Mm-hmm. Andres.
Okay. Black people.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why that one's the best.
You know,
CJ!
I'm vaguely amused at what I said.
Remember,
isn't
you
technically
get
racist.
fat. You can get fat, and then you can just get muscles, and you can put tattoos on yourself, and have do-rags, and all kinds of shirts.
Which brings me to another game. And a better game. Saints Row.
We're not going to talk about Saints Row.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
It's better.
I never played it, so I don't care.
You faggot.
I don't really... I actually played Saints Row 3 recently. And, yeah, I played the other Saints Row games. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I played Saints Row 2 more than I played 1. But, man, 3 was just... I don't know. I wasn't super into it this time.
All right. Here's what I can say about the difference between 2 and 3. 2 was a legitimate crime game. 2 was entirely a Grand Theft Auto ripoff, but it was still more true to its slightly goofier roots than how they took Grand Theft Auto 4 and just dipped it in brown. And I think
Saints Row supposed to be like True Crime 3 or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Series? Not sure. I actually don't know much about the development of True Crime except the most recent one.
I heard that somewhere.
Became Sleeping Dogs. Anyway,
oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, and then you have Saints Row the Third. Saints Row the Third has completely abandoned any pretense of being a Grand Theft Auto clone. And
no, it became like... You know how Grand Theft Auto 1 is like literally like, here's some weapons, blow stuff up?
Yes.
It's just like, it literally became that kind of game. It's like, here's the tank, it's bright pink!
Sort of. It did that, and then it turned it up really high, and then it just went like Gonzo. Which I think... actually, no, that doesn't really quite apply here. It just went fucking crazy. Shut up, Brian.
Sorry.
I actually think it's a good move on behalf of the game. Mind you, they can't really get a lot of a sequel without really, really trying to raise the bar again. So I don't see I don't see more than one more game out of this franchise, unless they tone it back down, which will lead to a massive fan backlash. Anyway, I think it's a good move, shifting back towards the other spectrum, as far away as it can from brown and bloom to full batshit, let's fly through the sky on a tank made of rainbows.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I legitimately think it's a good move. Also, back when Saints Row 2 came out, Yahtzee said that it was very close to being something like a supervillain simulator. And I definitely think that this game actually went and did that.
That's true. Well, even in the beginning, you're all supposed to be like supervillains or whatever.
Pretty much. You're sort of detached from the actual crime and mostly just fuck about and make money off of legit things for some reason. But yeah, pretty much have supervillain levels of power. And then you get your supervillain technology, and it just sort of takes off from there.
Exactly.
And then, and then there's the, what I want to call the good end of Saints Row the Third. Because there's a shit end, and then there's a good end. In the shit end, the Saints become a sellout, like, full on. Like, they fucking make a movie about themselves, starring the boss and some guy they had thrown to kill. It's the gayest shit ever.
That's good. It's good.
But if you decide to be a cunt and pursue the guy you're supposed to kill and kill him, two of your homies die. But then the military shows up in a gigantic as fuck gunship to destroy the city, and you along with it. So then you go and you tear down their gunship, declare you're pretty much declare yourself king of your own country, which is now one city, and you're well on your way to building your own huge gunship. God! That's where I like to believe the game actually ends.
That sounded like a bigger disaster than when your mama tried to cook me dinner and tried to get me into the sack. It just didn't work.
That's not even going to get a badumch because it's not even a joke.
Sorry.
It's going to get like a fart noise or something. I don't know.
Like that?
Now I don't have to find the sound clip. You saved me 30 seconds of work.
Well, San Andreas.
Like 30 minutes.
Okay, let me just say this. Okay.
I like San Andreas a lot. That's all I gotta say. I had a lot of fun with the bomb, the time bomb weapon.
Yeah.
We could like throw all the bombs and they were all like on timers. That was a lot of fun messing around with those.
I gotta say, my experience with San Andreas is kind of weird. Do you remember when I bought San Andreas like 2-3 years ago?
Not really.
Remember? Well, okay. Well, yeah, that's right. Never mind. I guess I bought it a little bit before I met you, but like, that was like the first time I really played San Andreas. Like when that game first came out.
Sat around playing that so fucking.
I would have remembered if we were playing San Andreas because I liked that game.
I guess it was just me and Mr. Ham.
You were playing that so fucking much.
Yeah, but like that. When the game first came out, there was that whole big controversy, but I was already like, yeah, that whole hard copy thing. But I didn't really have the money to buy that game in the first place, and like I was so set with Vice City that I didn't even think about it. My friend had it, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it," and talking it all up, and I was like, "I think I'm okay with Vice City." Like I was totally okay with that, and because. I don't know, and then just years later, like only 2 or 3 or something like that years ago, I got into it for the first time, and I was like, oh my god, this game has so much stuff in it, and I don't know. I tried to beat it as best I could, but there's this one mission in there, like that I'm still stuck on, and I tried going back.
There's always that one mission in every game.
Yeah, like it's this mission when I think it's the one that leads into the next city. Like after the first one, and it's like you have to shoot from the back of this motorcycle, and I swear to God, on the consoles it is so hard.
I used to take the motorcycles into like the skate park, like run them on ramps.
That's illegal, but yeah,
I do that all the time.
That's still where I am. But like in terms of how big that game is, I think it's without a doubt the biggest game out of all of them. Like
the game was huge. That's why it was so much fun.
Like, although the graphics are pretty bad.
I always felt like I was lost. But in a good way. I mean, it had that weird-ass multiplayer.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
hey, remember you had to, like, you were, like, both on the same screen, and you'd, like, go to, like, a certain spot to do it.
Yeah, that was really weird. I remember I played that on that super blurry old TV we had.
Yeah, my cousin had the game, so we would play it all the time.
No, you remember that big screen TV we had?
Oh yeah, the TV was awesome.
And how blurry it was?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I played my PS3 games on that.
And you could never read text.
I could kind of read it. It wasn't that bad when I was playing Street Fighter. It was only bad when I was playing Yakuza.
Oh my god.
I played the majority of Yakuza 3 on that TV. Like I
And
played.
then you played the majority of Street Fighter on my TV.
I know.
So you took it when you left.
That's before we figured out like how to configure his PS3. So Abraham, what was your experiences with San Andreas?
And San Andreas had a way to get around the city through the sky. It wasn't too hard to access, which is the jetpack. And then the other games didn't have a fucking jetpack. And getting around the sky was all fucking harder, so.
Yeah, jetpack was awesome.
Oh, and also the flying car cheat in that was like ridiculously good.
Yes.
Oh my god, I was amazed that it basically just turned every car, as long as it wasn't like the beatest up Cadillac in the world, if it was just like a kind of fast car, it would turn to a plane. And then you could just fly to every island.
Yeah,
But then
that shit was fun.
Then just trying to stop it was the problem.
Drop. And you're fucked.
It was like that, you know, there's that one island that's all like desert, you know, like Area 69.
Yeah.
That's subtle, right? But that was like every time I would do that, I would go to that city because it had so much desert that I could actually land my car. So, okay, so tell us about your Grand Theft San Andreas.
It's like shorties watch shorties.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
I don't really have a whole lot of opinion on it, except that getting around is a lot easier than in, say, the other.
Well, it was fun, right? Say that.
Well, yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's fucking around.
All right. Well, want to move on to 4, even though we
Yes.
talked about 4 quite a bit.
Oh, also, I want to mention something about San Andreas that I really like. Other than the fact that there was a billion things to do, like I would just spend hours. Other than I'm just so pissed off I got stuck on that mission. But I like the house buying system in that a lot because I would buy like there's that one house that's out in the middle of like the woods or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I went, oh my god, I went out and bought that. And I was like, this is where I'm going to. It's like I feel like it's an evil lair, you know.
I just like going to the burger place and getting tons of burgers.
Yeah, I never wanted to eat in that game, but yeah. So I'd say I love that house buying thing in that game. Okay, 4.
It's a game that I haven't really played, but I've watched you play it.
It's a lot less interesting than the other games, and I'll be right back.
The F.N. Abraham.
Okay, well, my experience with Grand Theft Auto 4 is, I know if you've been listening to the podcast and you've heard me talk about it a lot. I love Grand Theft Auto 4 very much. Well, it's like, you know, I like Nico Bellic as a character, like, because I play Grand Theft Auto for the stories, unlike a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But like Nico Bellic, I liked him so much because he's like kind of ruthless, and he, you know. But it is kind of like the weird thing where he's like, "Oh no, I saw the war and it's so sad, and I don't want to see the war no more." And it's like, oh, and it's like,
yeah, that'd be cool.
You blow somebody's head off, you know, like 3 seconds before that, and then, you know, and then you go on these rampages, and it's just like, it's a little bit strange, but the characters are I think, better than any other Grand Theft Auto game. But that's my opinion. Like, in terms of, like, the house buying thing, and, like, I missed that in that game, where you couldn't buy houses the same way. There wasn't planes. It's just, yeah. Like, all that stuff was pretty irritating. I wish that there was, like, a way to fly around, because there just isn't in that game.
Park your car in a swing set.
Yeah, besides that, to effectively get around.
It's pretty effective.
Yeah. And one of the biggest problems I had, oh god, and it's so frustrating, was that there's 3 big islands, right? They're huge. And they're kind of realistically modeled, and like one of the biggest problems with it is some of the other games, even like San Andreas, I felt I didn't get the cops on me as easily, you know? Or there wasn't as many cops around, because I guess they really do populate the city like it would be a city. But I always feel like whenever I'm on a mission, I'm so paranoid to get the cops on me that, like, I don't get to have as much fun or as much free reign as I did in Vice City or San Andreas. And I end up taking the cabs everywhere in the game. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but I mean, like, seriously, I end up taking... By the end of the game, I just want to do some missions, and I would die and die and die, and I would have to redo them. So I would just constantly be like, okay, take a taxi back to the... Or like, you know, do the retry mission on cell phone, skip the cutscene, find a cab, wave down the cab, have the cab take me to where I was going to have to drive, get out, do the mission. It's like, it got so frustrating because the city was just so big, and getting cops and stuff on you, and with all the traffic, it was such a problem.
Well,
At least
you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
But I also, like, I don't know, like, it's hard to kind of say, like, I do like, I wish that all the features of San Andreas had been ported over to Grand Theft Auto 4. Like, I wish there was planes, you know, like, the same way. I wish you do, you know, flying car treat the same way. I wish that you could buy houses the same way. Like, there was, like, the huge variety of houses.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I feel like there isn't as many side missions to do as there is in San Andreas. And I'm pretty sure that's true. Because, you know, you could do...
Did you ever play it online?
I
heard the
no.
online was good.
Yeah, no, I heard the online was good. Like, but I'm talking about single player experience. Like,
I feel like Grand Theft Auto 4 is definitely the least fun of the Grand Theft Auto family. Not necessarily, not that it's not enjoyable. It's that I think it definitely tried to be more of a serious game than its predecessors did, and as such, it sort of abandoned a lot of silliness that I think made the series very good.
Well, I feel like Grand Theft Auto 3 is actually probably, like, now, just because it's kind of dated. I feel like it's a little less fun, but I think the problem with 4, the main problem I have with 4, even though I love the game, I mean, you guys know, I play that game all the freaking time, and one day I will beat it, but,
You said that before.
I know, I've said that for, like, half a year, but,
Have you gotten any closer since then?
not since the last podcast. I haven't really home lately. But I think the biggest problem with it is that the whole narrative, you know, the whole story in Grand Theft Auto 4 is what limits Grand Theft Auto 4. It's because, you know, they tried to make it more realistic and less arcadey, like the older games, and, you know, so everything you do, you get cops on you. Even though you can shake the cops really fast, the fact is that, you know, you bump a car, you know, you punch somebody, the cops always seem to be on you in that game. And I think they try to limit it a little bit, or they tried to make the city so realistic that they didn't put as much in it, like as many side missions or many ridiculous things in it. It's just, I don't know. I think that's the biggest problem with Grand Theft Auto 4, but I really like the story in it, so it's hard for me to knock it for it.
There's this weird little bit of realism, Grand Theft Auto 4, that I actually really enjoyed, but for odd reasons. Well, no, I guess for good reasons. Just motorcycle helmets.
Oh yeah, if you don't put on a helmet and then you fall off a bike, you can die instantly.
No, what I mean is, if you wear your helmet, if you hit your head and only your head during a collision, you'll usually survive.
Yeah.
Without losing any health. Like, I've driven off, fallen, off a bike off of a really big jump and landed head first into a street light and, just stood back up like it was nothing, no health lost.
Yeah, that's true. If you just, most people don't even know that you can even put on a helmet in that game.
Yeah.
It's like you get on the bike and you wait a second and he'll put on a helmet. But most people just hop on the bike and go. But putting on that helmet, literally just saves you a death. And that's that's another thing that's kind of frustrating about that game is, you have this game where you're going to be shooting tons of bullets. People are going to be shooting at you all the time. And the enemies can one-shot kill you. I can't even tell you how many times I've had it where it's or if you're in a collision in a car, right?
Yeah.
You can, if the collision's just in the right way, it has a chance of killing you instantly. And it's just like, are you kidding me? Because it's like I gotta drive all the way, halfway across the city, dodging, all these people, doing all stuff. I hit, tap a fence, die.
Shakalaka.
It's just, like that. It's so frustrating sometimes. Like, I love Grand Theft Auto 4. I love playing it. I love the cars in it. I think they handle really well. I think they handle kind of realistically.
I think they handle like fat hippos.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pretty good description of that.
But they handle like your old blue car sounded.
Oh yeah. I think that's why I think it feels so realistic. So I used to drive a car that felt like that. Felt like you were driving through butter. Like, not in the sense that it was smooth, in the sense that cold butter. But yeah, like, I don't know. I just Grand Theft Auto 4 is very frustrating. I just hope with Grand Theft Auto 5 they end up taking, and they're already showing signs of taking elements of San Andreas and then putting them into the engine of 4, or the new engine, whatever they're going with.
Oh, another thing. Running over people is nowhere near as fun as it used to be.
What?
Running people over isn't as fun.
No, it's only fun if you go into first-person mode in the car.
Yeah, that is true. But otherwise, they don't fucking like rocket skyward like little ragdoll. They mostly just sort of fall over in heaps.
Well, also, like, Grand Theft Auto 4 doesn't even have, like, any blood in it.
Yeah, which is weird.
That blows me away. Like,
right?
I guess they were trying to make it more realistic or something like that, where there's not, like, much blood or any blood, really. I mean, it seems like I shoot people in the face and there's, like, no blood.
You don't need no blood. What are you? Think this is not Nintendo?
It's just...
What are you gonna do?
It's such a flawed experience, but it is...
It is weird.
One of my favorites. Like, but the game has tons of flaws, like, in terms of the way they design it and the way they did the story with it. They made it so story heavy, but it's like in a Grand Theft Auto game, you know what I mean? Like, it's very serious, but it's outside of this deep story and narrative about a man who's damaged from war and all that stuff. He's just blowing people's brains out left and right. So that's my thing on Grand Theft Auto 4. And the cheats aren't as good.
Yeah.
There's not as many melee weapons. Man, I could just talk about this. But yeah, I still love the game. Don't get me wrong.
Also, all of the protagonist outfits are all really boring.
You're so right about that. And I also hate that, the dating thing in that game, how it's so in-depth. Like,
yes.
It's like every woman, like, if you're not wearing the right outfit for a woman, when you go on a date, she'll be like, oh, keep in mind, and dates will only be happy if you go, like, 2 places, right? So if you're trying to date one chick, it's like you can only go these 2 places over and over and over again. And you have to wear the same clothes over and over and over again. And I feel like if you're really focusing on the dating, it's like some missions you have to avoid, because it's like, oh, hey, for this one, show up in a good suit. And you're like, shit, then if I go on a date, I have to go back to the store to dress up again. It's just like, I don't know. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dating in Yakuza, I had to waste all my money on, like, chicks to talk to me.
Same kind of thing. Wait, what?
It's like, the whole thing is you go to these dumb clubs where you have to pay them to talk to you.
Well...
And if the chick has expensive taste, then you gotta buy her the most expensive shit, or she won't give you enough hearts.
So wait. So it's pretty much like you're going to hostess clubs. Except...
that's exactly what you're doing.
Oh, you literally go to
You're
hostess
literally going to hostess clubs.
Oh, okay. See, I was about to make a joke about how all the women in Japan are like that, and then you sort of ruined it for me, but now it's a little funnier, actually.
No, that's literally part of the game in number 4.
I mean, I know that Akiyama owns a club.
I think it's 3-2.
But
3 and 2, or just 3-2? 3 as well.
Just 3 as well.
I can't remember how little of Yakuza 4 I remember besides liking Akiyama a lot.
That's the dude who shot up the ramen place?
I can't remember if that's the guy.
No, you're talking about the loan shark guy. Yeah.
Talking about the guy with the ridiculously loud Ma sweater.
The loan shark guy?
Pretty sure that Akiyama's loan shark, yeah.
Yeah. He had the twin pistols.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that's him.
Also, I like how much in Yakuza people drone and agonize about shooting their guns. Like there's entire
Not
cutscenes of
Yakuza Dead Souls.
okay, yeah, and not Yakuza Dead Souls, incidentally, fantastic game. No, yes, but like in Yakuza proper, entire cutscenes are dedicated to a guy shooting his gun once.
That's because guns are so powerful in game too.
Yeah, they are.
Well, see, that's kind of the same problem I had actually with Grand Theft Auto 4. In the cutscenes, it's like, how can you kill somebody? I'm like, I just killed 300 people. Like, I just shot 300 people with my machine gun right before I did this mission. And you're like, oh, I need to pull the trigger. Like,
yeah, it's a little weird.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Yakuza makes sense. It's like, oh, should they really shoot the gun? Or should I cut his testicles off with a katana?
To be fair, before you do either one, you're probably going to break a bike over his face.
Yeah, and then you're going to go, Orewa, and take a picture.
Yeah, probably.
Or chisel it into wood, like that guy, number 4.
What do you say, cell phone?
That was the guy who killed everyone in the ramen shop. It was like the most badass thing I've ever seen in Yakuza.
Right.
That was awesome.
Yeah, did I show you that cutscene?
Yeah.
I watched you play that guy's entire story.
Oh, really? Yeah,
that's all you ever did. Like, I would just wake up and you'd be at my house playing that game.
Yeah.
Yakuza
is lots of fun.
I know, I can't wait for the Yakuza 5 to come out.
Also,
I was just going to ask you if that came out.
I like how Yakuza...
I don't know if it came out in Japan yet, but it hasn't come out here.
Yakuza reminds me a little bit of Shenmue.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what we said when I was... Like, I just picked up Yakuza 3 on a whim. I heard of the other two. I hadn't played them, so I was like, oh, I'm going to try Yakuza 3. And then we were playing, and they're like, oh, this is a lot like... This is pretty much like Shenmue, like, for today.
Yeah, that's like... We literally said that, because I was actually... I think at the time I was playing Shenmue.
Yeah, we were playing Shenmue before, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's just...
Wait, there's more than one Shenmue?
There's 2 Shenmues.
Yeah, there's 2 Shenmues.
There's, Shenmue 1 was for the Dreamcast, all English, and then Shenmue 2 was for the Dreamcast, but it only had, Japanese, subtitles. I think it only came out in PAL regions, the Dreamcast version, but, in America, an Xbox version came out that had English, but here's how dedicated the Shenmue, and, well, I guess Dreamcast, it's really like Dreamcast homebrewers or whatever. Here's how dedicated they are. They took the audio files that were in the Xbox One and put them onto the Dreamcast release, and then compressed it so then it could be burned to a Dreamcast disc, and then now you can play it like that.
Does the audio match up? Because I legitimately hope that it's off like by half a second.
Oh, it's off. Some lines are off by like a ridiculous amount.
Good. That makes it feel like those old-timey Japanese looks. They got ported into English.
Yeah,
well,
I just looked it up. Yakuza 5 hasn't even come out in Japan yet, but it comes out like next month.
Oh.
December 6th.
Looking
Well,
forward to that.
It's cool. You get to play as 5 characters in this one. You get 5 different storylines.
So, would you say that even though you bought the last Shenmue, that maybe you should get another?
The sailors are at the bar.
Do you know of a place where sailors hang out? All of the sailors are big, you know.
What happened to HD Shenmue?
Who cares?
Wasn't that
Shut
supposed
up.
to come out? I don't want to play that.
I think that teaser trailer was a joke.
Also, off topic, but
I think
still
because
is messed up.
they say now you can find out where the sailors are in HD.
But anyways,
I haven't seen that trailer, and I really want to watch it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're saying.
for some reason, the PSN network hasn't gotten the Guilty Gear update, like HD thing.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like Japan already got it, and Xbox Live Arcade already has it. But for some reason, they haven't put it on PSN network yet.
They probably feel really guilty about that.
I want to play it because you can play online. Well, I mean, you could play online in the the PS2 one or something. So probably have better online.
Did
that
either
actually
of you
is able
play
to
Guilty Gear Overture?
Didn't you have that?
This is like Guilty Gear Accent plus Core AA.
Wait. Don't I have your copy of that?
You know, you might, because I don't remember what happened to it.
Oh my god, I think I was looking through like a box randomly of stuff I had from my old apartment. I think that was in there. Yeah, I think that's like inside of my random old apartment stuff.
I'm pretty sure that that Overture was a 360 release.
Okay, we're not talking about the non-fighting game ones.
Because I owned the one Guilty Gear.
Yeah, we are.
And it was,
You bought it. I was there. And I was like, why are you buying that?
and I'm pretty sure that's the one Donnie found.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, that game was awful.
Yeah,
it is. It's terrible.
So is your face. I'm just kidding, guys. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
So how about we talk about more Grand Theft Auto? More specifically, let's talk about Grand Theft Auto in the Old West.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
I didn't really play it.
I mean, neither.
I guess it's up to me to talk about it then. Okay.
I would actually include that.
If we want to get to segments today, we should probably do that.
All right. Well, here. How about next time we talk about our favorite Grand Theft Auto clones?
Okay, that's doable.
That's like,
maybe.
I mean, man.
I only have like a sentence to say about
next
Red Dead Redemption, though.
Well, okay, what is it?
When I play Red Dead Redemption, it turns into what's that one weird Italian sound, like Cabela's Big Game Hunt?
Yeah.
It turns into that when I play Red Dead Redemption, because it's a very specific fucking random emulator. I don't do missions. I plan to. I honestly do. It's just that on the way to every mission, I'll see like a deer and have to go kill it, and then I find another one, and then I find a mountain lion and I have to kill it because it killed my favorite horse.
Abraham killed cats.
And yeah, that's why I don't get things done.
And he shoots bunnies too.
Yes, I shoot every single remotely free thing that I can.
Get the out of my podcast, you son of a bitch.
I shoot bunnies, Donnie.
You get the out of here and get onto my cock.
What, did you turn to Mickey all of a sudden?
You get the Oh!
Been a while since you've done that voice?
Yeah, just a little bit. I need to work on that one again. Oh! Play my new game! Or I'm gonna fuck you. Real hard.
So on and so forth.
Real hard.
I just want to say recent studies show that naked girls' butts make my wee-wee hard.
It's pee-pee hard.
It's pee-pee hard.
I take it this is some little reference I'm not getting.
It's from it's like this Action 25 news thing, and it's like, if you, like a little animation, if you look at the bottom, like the things that are scrolling, it says, just, studies say that girls' butts make my pee hard.
And then there's like this huge long intro for like this news, and then it's like, then the cartoon is like, this is what butts do, and it's just like a butt farting.
He goes,
that's it. It's like 2 seconds.
Okay.
But yeah, like, oh man. Okay, well here, I'm gonna do the Dr. Sanders, movie week thing.
Alright.
Well actually, you do the anime thing, because I gotta pick out what movie I'm gonna talk about.
I thought you were gonna talk about the beginning of the podcast. I thought you already had some idea.
Okay, well yeah, Dr. Sanders movie review! Yeah, okay, well I want to talk about the, I picked up the Alien Quadrilogy box set.
That's not a word.
Yeah, I know. Neither is Xenomorph.
True, but, you know, that's part of a lexicon, and quadrilogy is not a real...
Yeah, I can use made-up words, too. Banana. Sorry.
The proper term is tetralogy.
Okay.
Well,
Or like a tragedy.
Anyway.
So,
Tragedy.
So, Anime Corner?
Well, no, hey.
No,
I want...
Movie Corner.
Hey, so, this is like it's the Alien box set, and it includes the 4 films, 2 of which are only really good. And it includes, I have the DVD version, right? This isn't the, there's the Alien Anthology one or something. That's basically the Blu-ray version of it. At least I think that's what it is. It has most of the same features, but this is 9 DVDs.
Why is it 9?
It's like 3 feet long.
Yeah, if you fold it all out, it is like, I think it's 4 feet long.
It's probably
Maybe.
probably about that.
Yeah, you fold it all out, because like one of those things where it's like in a box, then you pull out the box, and then it's like you fold each little thing out, and it's 9 DVDs, and it has each the first DVDs of each one. So the 4 DVDs are just the movies, and they have the regular cuts, like the theatrical cuts, and it's either the director's cut or like a final cut or something like that, which is just great. I think every release should have that. You know, have a theatrical release and the director's or the final cut or one that has extended scenes. I think it's a great idea.
Extended scenes?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I love it. Like the movies I like, especially with like the first Alien. People say that
make you extended.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's just like girls' butts makes my pee hard. But
Naked girls' butts.
then another 4 DVDs are, each one comes with a making of documentary that's like, okay, the making of documentaries on these things for each movie is like longer than the movie. Like the first Alien one, like the Alien's only like like an hour and 20 minutes, or like the director's cut's like an hour and 40. This making of thing is like 3 or 4 hours long. It feels like it at least.
They gotta talk about everything.
Yeah, they do. They talk about all the art, which is great. I mean, I love it. It's like I wish everyone would do a box set like this, because it's just awesome. You get to watch all the original trailers. You get to see all the making ofs. And you get interviews with all the cast. It's just fantastic, and you get to see why Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, which is Alien 4, were like not good movies. So, because I didn't even like really watch the DVDs of them, I just watched the making ofs, and everyone was like, "Yeah, they were bad." So,
there you go.
I totally recommend that. Gets my seal of approval. The Alien quadrilogy. I got it for $3, by the way, at a thrift store.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, so totally recommended if you like the Alien series. If you don't like the Alien series, it's obviously freaking boring.
Watch Prometheus.
Yeah.
It's the first one.
Yeah. Technically, yes. I mean, Prometheus. I'll talk about Prometheus some other day. Because, man, that movie is...
Didn't we talk about it when it came out?
I think we did. And how I was kind of like... I thought it was good with special effects, but not so much on the...
Yeah, you and Chase talked about it, kind of, so...
Oh, that's right, yeah. We're talking about how there's 17 people and from the beginning, it's obvious that 16 people are going to die.
Yeah, pretty much.
So obvious. Oh my god.
So I think we got that covered.
Yeah, so if you want that, go find whatever episode that is.
I don't remember.
Yeah. And then
Still listen to all of them again.
Yeah, there you go. Save time.
Save time.
Okay,
Save time.
is Dr. Sanders Anime Corner?
You don't have any more movies?
Well, okay. Well, I can actually talk. I can talk about a lot of movies, actually. I saw, Extract. I saw Extract for the first time.
Oh, what's that about there?
This week. Okay, so it stars, Paul Giamatti, I think, something Jake Church or something, whatever that guy's name is. And the guy, Paul Giamatti, and I like him a lot whenever he's in the right movie, okay? Like, he can be pretty bad.
What was that movie where he's...
Sideways, sorry, not Extract, Sideways, sorry.
No, what was... I was just gonna say, do you mean Sideways?
Sorry, I saw Extract recently again.
But, yeah, wasn't he in that movie that was, like, about that ship that gets, like, turned upside down and then they have to escape?
Ship that gets turned upside down?
It's, like, called Poseidon or something, I think.
Ship that gets turned upside down?
Yeah, like a cruise ship.
Cosmopolis?
I don't
No. I don't know. Cold Souls?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think that's it, if it is anything. Okay. Well, so, yes, I saw Sideways. Sorry, I talked about Extract. I think the last podcast or the other one before it. how I didn't think that movie was all that great. But Sideways was really good, and the guy's Thomas Church. That's the guy's name. But I thought I kind of had this movie recommended to me a while ago, and I put it off. And the thing that really pushed me over to see it, just like this this week, was I was watching the Nostalgia Critics Top 20 Movies, and I think it was number 9 was Sideways.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, so I decided to watch it, and I thought it was great because Paul Giamatti plays this guy. He's a middle school teacher, and he wants to be an author, so he writes, and his books keep getting rejected, but he goes on these kind of wine tours. In California we have wineries and all this stuff, like wine country, and people do little tours and take a week and
There's even a place named after a Dragon Ball Z character.
Really?
Napa.
Oh my, Napa Valley. Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't put that together.
That's what I always think of. That's where he lives now.
But yeah, him and Thomas Church, who was his friend. I can't remember their names and thing. I think it's Miles or something. But they go on this trip, and Paul Giamatti, he's supposed to be this kind of depressive, kind of nerdy type guy, or he's really socially awkward, and he's kind of an alcoholic. They really drive the point home that he has a problem with alcohol, and his friend's come on man, I'm gonna get you laid, and you had divorce, we're gonna have all this fun, and it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier, and it is hilarious, but it is it's been such a long time since I've seen a movie that was so well paced. Characters were written so well that they're really nuts, but they feel like you could know somebody like that,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of movies can't do that very well, and I just thought a lot of stuff was really great. I thought maybe the kind of cinematography was maybe a little bit off. I said, I was talking to you about it, and I said there's so many panning shots in it. Every single shot when it comes in, it's always focusing on a bottle of wine, and then it pans over.
So it's like a pizza kitchen, with all the pans going around. Panning
that was just panned by the curtain. But yeah, I thought it was just great. It's probably going to be one of my top favorite films because, or at least if I give it, a little bit of time, I can almost positively say that'll probably be one of my favorite comedies because it was really well paced, the characters were really well written, and kind of believable, and that I could see me having a friend like that, and it's just great. You really are rooting for this stupid character, and you're like, oh my god, this is so dumb. I'm rooting for this fictional character, but I really want him to get banged. It's just great.
Just like Aliens versus Avatars.
I will talk about that next week.
But anyways, I was talking about the right movie, but the wrong actor. There's a movie called Poseidon. That's what I was talking about. But it was Richard Dreyfuss.
Hi, how do you get those two mixed up?
I don't know. Because I think that's who that character was.
Okay.
I saw that movie a long time ago.
Oh man.
This it feels like. Wait, no, I don't think this is the movie. Nah, I don't know.
Oh, Poseidon is not that old.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like it was older.
Huh.
Well, fuck, I don't care. It probably was.
Okay, let's do Captain Gold's Anime Corner.
I don't really have anything.
Okay, well,
I watched a lot of shit recently, so I can.
Okay, let's do Mr. Ham's Anime Corner. And hold on, I go. Mr. Ham's Anime Corner.
Shut up. All right.
Anyway. So, yeah. I watched. Does Whack Fu count?
Does what?
Whack Fu, the French anime.
No, because that's French.
Okay then. I watched
French
that, but it
doesn't
doesn't count. Okay, what have I watched recently? I watched it. Let's see. I watched both seasons of Black Lagoon in a day. I mean, Black Lagoon. Yeah.
That's a show.
Yeah, I watched both of those in a day. To say, I'd heard a lot of good things about it, and the show did not disappoint. The action is very nice and well. It's well choreographed. The characters are, despite being all incredibly fucked up. Anyway, right, action's well choreographed, good characters, somehow likable despite being all incredibly fucked up, crazy assholes. And then I watched. Ah, God, I've watched three seasons of Queen's Blade. Things.
Oh, wow.
All right. Queen's Blade. The action isn't good. There's tits everywhere, and yet that doesn't.
Yeah,
even
there you go. That's the show. There you go. That's something
Here's-
up right there.
Oh, is it
Tits.
that one?
Yeah, it's that one.
And here's
Oh,
the thing
man.
about it. It somehow manages to be gratuitously, let's say, explicit,
Delicious? Oh.
and yet it's still boring.
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't
not
even
a very
match.
good show.
Yeah, it doesn't even manage to tantalize with it. It just has like tits out everywhere. As a very matter of factly, it's not interesting.
It ain't that show where all the girls are getting their tits sucked all the time.
That
Damn.
show's actually better.
What was that show called?
Seikon no Quasar.
Yeah, I remember when you were watching that. I was like, what the fuck are you watching? It's like, is this
I w-
hentai? No, it's not hentai.
And you know what? That show pretty much tried to pull off the same shit and did it way better in every department. Queen's Blade is such shit, and I have 2 more seasons to go of this crap.
How about you just stop watching it?
No, I already started. I've made a commitment.
I would have stopped after 1 season. Like, if I usually try to get through a season of something, even if it's bad. Well, sometimes, not all, most of the time.
Before I started, I'd made a commitment to watch every Queen's Blade thing, and it's too late.
It's not worth it, man.
I know it's not, but I already started.
Just gotta stop.
I want to. Oh, I started to watch the new JoJo show.
The 2012 one, right?
Yes.
Not the old OVAs.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I found some of those on DVD at like a comic book store. So I have like 3 DVDs of like the old JoJos.
It's kind of bad.
It's all right. It's not great.
It has not aged.
It doesn't feel like JoJo's. Like this feels like This feels like they're bringing the manga to life, you know.
It does. And
whereas the other one felt like it was like really just like an adaptation almost.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it just doesn't feel the same. But like this really has like the same feeling to it. But when you're reading the manga.
Yeah. And everything is so intense. And Speedwagon in particular seems incapable of speaking like a human being.
Speedwagon.
Yeah, Speedwagon is always excited or upset about something.
Like one of the first guys named after. Well, no, Dio was probably named after Ronnie James Dio, so that would probably be the first thing. Because like he gets an obsession with naming shit after like bands and stuff. And like once he gets to like part 4. Part 4 and after is like everything's named after a band.
Yeah.
Till he gets to like Steel Ball Run. He names them all in Stone Ocean too. Those are all bands. Foo Fighters, like Foo Fighters, Kiss, and I forget what the main like Jolene's was.
Sounds like a mix CD I made. Dio, Kiss, Foo Fighters.
But yeah, there's like tons of that in parts 4, 5, and 6.
Huh. Oh, by the way, almost forgot. I can't believe I even forgot this. This week, I got a DVD I have been waiting forever to get.
Okay.
Now, see if you guys can guess. It is an adaptation. It was a video game, then became a cartoon.
Jim.
Earthworm Jim. All right.
I already knew that.
Yeah. Well, except Earthworm Jim, the cartoon show, has not been available in America on DVD ever. Like it came out earlier this year and it sold out, and it was like, I guess they didn't do very good printing earlier this year, but it was available in Australia and like I think the UK or something. But it finally came out in America, and I got myself a copy. The DVD is not loaded with any special features. It feels not particularly amazing, like the way the menus are designed and stuff. It feels like I could have made it, you know. It doesn't
job.
even it doesn't even have the same FBI warning that most DVDs have. You know, like it says like
anymore.
it says like it doesn't even say like don't copy. It says this is only for home use. It doesn't say this is
Don't copy that floppy.
Don't copy that floppy.
So like don't screen it. It's like really strange. As far as the quality of it, I gotta say it's okay. Like it's definitely the best versions of the show that have ever been available. Because the only releases that have been released that I've ever had in America are the VHS rips. I think I've showed you those before.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not very good. But these are taken from, you know, the old tapes, and they're pretty good. I feel like they probably could have been done a little bit better. I wish they could have been, like, adjusted to have been in 16:9, but I get it, you know. But I guess I'm still happy. I'm still really happy. You know, it comes on 3 discs, and the show is really good. It's really funny. It's, you know, and the voice cast is insane on that thing. You know,
yeah, I just loved that show as a kid. I always I could never find it in like a store, but they always had the VHS to like rent at like my local place, and I think at Blockbuster too. So I would rent like just 2. They had like 2 of them, I think, of VHSs. I would just watch those all the time.
Yeah. Well, the voices. I mean, dude, the
Homer Simpson.
Yeah, Dan Castellaneta is Earthworm Jim.
You missed my dramatic moment!
Tough nuggies, we'll get it next time.
Okay, you have, who's it? Ickis from, I think that's who it is. Ickis. No, Mr. Bighead. Mr. Bighead is the villain.
From Rocko's Modern Life?
Yeah, is Professor Monkey for a head.
Nothing! Nothing. Nothing at all.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You have... God, the Princess What's-Her-Name is someone else, too, but... and also, of course, Psychro is the amazing Jim Cummings.
I have defeated Earthworm Jim! Am I cool or what?
Who I always talk about, you know, is Pete from, you know, Goof Troop, is Winnie the Pooh, is the Terror Mask in Splatterhouse. Is like, every role you could ever think of, this dude's done it. And he's Psychro in it. So...
It's good stuff. It's
a
good cartoon. It holds up still, actually, I think. it does.
But, you know, I would say that
compared to other cartoons, at least.
The first 2 episodes are really kind of a little bit slow, but after that, they really got their stuff together on the later episodes. Like
I always say, I love the episode with the evil Jim.
No, Mr. Jim. I expect you to fry.
Oh, yeah, well, that's like, those are always fun.
I love that one.
But yeah, I think there's something else I wanted to mention, but I can't. Oh, yeah. What did everybody get for Black Friday?
I didn't go shopping. I slept till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then
playing the League.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Playing the League till like 4 or 5 a.m. with Chase. So.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, we finished our Thanksgiving meals, and then we got in League of Legends.
I spent all day watching anime. Like all day.
I'm probably gonna do some shopping maybe on Cyber Monday.
I see.
Maybe I'll see what's the deals on there. Because then I don't have to go to a store.
Okay, well, my Black Friday deal was, I got the... Let's see, it is called... hold on, let me grab this here.
Oh, man, they're licensing Heaven's Notepad here? I like that show.
Okay, so, I got
Detective
Edgar Allan Poe Complete Tales and Poems. And I've already read, almost all. Well, not all. I mean, there's a lot of Edgar Allan Poe out there. I mean, like, a ton. But I've read a ton of Edgar Allan Poe. And I was always kind of looking for, like, one collection. You know, but I always felt that I had already read so much of it that I wanted to find, you know, get a good deal on it. Because it would already be stuff I've read. Like, a cask of Amontillado. Like, I've read that thing way too many times. You know, the Wounds of Fortuna, I bore the best as I could, you know. But,
I hate Edgar Allan Poe so fucking much.
Why?
So many reasons. Let's start with the more obvious ones. Edgar Allan Poe was phenomenally full. He's probably one of the most arrogant people I've had the displeasure of.
Beating.
of being in contact with, even tangentially through his works. Oh god.
Well, he was just weird. I think he was like...
No, he wasn't just weird. He was so incredibly full of shit. I'm going to take a second to talk about
no, because we have
the murder
other
of Marie
things to
Roget.
talk about.
We
We don't have time for you to go on a
Roget.
rant, so we really don't.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Fine. Fuck Edgar Allan Poe. Let's just leave it at that. Fuck.
He married a 13-year-old first cousin.
I don't even care
Yeah,
about
so did probably everyone back then.
Yeah, so did you right now.
Where? When? What?
Huh? Where is she?
Why don't we? Let's just talk about games we've been playing. Wrap it up.
Oh, okay. I haven't... Oh, okay. So I've been, like, really busy lately. I just kind of been in and out of town in school like, last 2 weeks. But I did get a chance to play Shadows of the Damned.
It's a great game. I like that game.
You know, I'm not super big on the action games like that. You know, I like racing games and a lot more, and like those kind of platformers. But I mean, it was actually pretty damn fun. And it, like, I love a good dick joke, and that game's full of them.
Oh yeah, that is for sure.
So the game, your gun's called the Boner or something.
Yeah, that it is. And you get the big boner.
So I mean,
That part's annoying.
I don't know. I don't like anything that has rape, really, and it's obviously very heavily implied in the beginning. So.
Really?
Yeah, and you remember when he like takes his girlfriend away?
I don't think she got raped.
It's pretty implied if you watch the scene.
I remember it now. I think it was implied that's what he was going to do.
He's like, oh, you can help her. He's like, but in the meantime, I'll be helping myself. And she's like, no.
And
Yeah, because he's like gonna rape her, obviously.
Yeah.
That's what he was implying.
Yeah. So I was playing that, and it was pretty fun. I also played. Okay, my brother bought Halo 4 the last time we were in the desert, and he left it there, so we could play it when we came back. God, I did not like that game at all.
What game?
Halo 4.
Oh, really?
You
didn't really like Halo before, did you?
No, I didn't.
So,
but like,
yeah.
I just like I always try to give, you know, the latest Halos a chance. Almost every single one I've tried to give a chance, and God, I just cannot get into this. I've decided at this point. I try to give every game a pretty damn good chance. I play for quite a few hours, and every time I'm so disappointed. So, yeah, I guess I think I'm done with Halo.
Good.
All right.
There you go.
Alright, that's it.
Further questions about Halo? Madam, sir?
I'm also playing Clerks, the Pokemon Snap Edition.
That's not a game.
You shut up. Alright, anybody? What have you been playing?
I finished Assassin's Creed finally because I got too busy with school to actually finish it.
Good job.
Let's see. Also, I finally beat Valkyria Chronicles.
Wow.
Good luck. Good job. That is a good job done.
You got so mad at that.
I got kind of mad.
I remember you were pissed.
Those games, like that mission was like ridiculous.
Which mission? Because there's a lot of them that are like that.
I don't. It was like something in the desert, and it was
It was like this bridge one.
It was something. Like, I just remember it was like in the desert, and like you couldn't see anything. It was like really annoying.
There's so many things like that.
It was like the first one, I think, in the desert.
You know, I actually did pretty okay on that because I had trained up my snipers really, really well. So I just had them like getting onto shit and sniping the bejesus out of anything that moved. So yeah, I actually didn't have a problem with that. One I did fucking hate was the one where the silver-haired bitch appears for the first time, and you gotta fight the dude's big fuck-off tank.
Oh yeah, that shit's pretty fucking intense.
Ugh, that bitch.
That was like nerve-wracking when I was like about to beat that one, and I did. I was like, holy shit.
Like, this bitch is almost...
Give me a few minutes. I'm finishing up a podcast right now. Hold on. I'll be with you in a second.
Is that Ryan?
No, it's Ryan's friend.
What do they want?
Borrow an N64 games.
You don't have any good games.
Shut up.
Oh, I recently discovered Cheat Engine.
Or
what?
What's that?
Best way I can describe it is a program that alters numeric values in a game. So like, once you figure out how it works, you can use it to alter your HP amount in an RPG, or how much ammo you're carrying, or give yourself a functionally unlimited amount of items.
Okay.
What I used it for, however, was a little different.
Sounds like any old cheat thing.
Yeah, except it's not as easy as like pull down a drop down menu, increase ammo. No, you have to isolate I guess you would call it the variable or the value by whatever. The process important. One is you figure out the value's code, and then you can alter it as however you want. You gotta find it. And what I used it for wasn't to there was this visual novel that took forever to get cracked, right? Once it got cracked, turns out that Manga Gamer had an extra layer of protection in it, when every once in a while during a fight, an enemy would do a crazy bullshit attack that would knock off all your health, you would die, and then the game gives you shit for a part of the game. So I ended up having to use a cheat engine to give myself too much health to one-shot kill, so I can play the fucking game.
Oh my god, guys want to know what the funniest copy protection I've ever seen is?
There was this game where the copy protection turns you into a bear and turns off the gravity, right?
No.
That sounds pretty good.
Yes.
That sounds better than the game.
Yeah, it is. I also don't remember which game it is, but you're not. I'm pretty sure you look it up. The fucking copyright protection kicks in, and everything goes crazy, and the gravity turns off, characters start warping.
Well, I want to let Dr. Sanders say what he's going to say, and then I want to get the games I was playing.
All right.
In Serious Sam 3, I think it's 3. If you pirate
Serious
it,
this time?
Yeah, even more serious than before. That'll probably be the title.
Tagline.
If you pirated it and it, the DRM didn't, wasn't cleared, you would be playing mission and a giant invincible red scorpion would come and attack you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That thing.
I totally remember hearing about that.
It's so scary too.
Yeah, you can't do anything. You just get killed.
It's like, if you don't expect it, it is so fucking scary. It's ridiculous.
You have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, and it's like really intimidating looking.
Oh yeah, it is.
And you can't kill it. It's invincible.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah. So what were you gonna say? What's your games?
Alright, well, we and Dr. Sanders are making frequent trips to Book Off lately.
Oh yeah.
And I found a really good PS2 find the other day. First of all, we found a copy of Ico and Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. We didn't buy them, but I already have both of those games. But you don't see those too often, because those are really good games. They've kind of gone down in price lately, but they used to be worth a lot more. And but the two games I did get, which were probably even better, in my opinion, is the first Shadow Hearts and Odin Sphere, $5 each. And that was a pretty good find for me. So I was happy to. Those are good games. Right, Abraham?
Why? Oh.
So I've actually been.
I went back and started playing Sengoku Rants again.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't just hear that and let.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
The rosy tints of nostalgia color my views on the old style cartoons.
Why am I hearing my voice
Stop
in the background?
playing some old SlimeWire episodes while I'm trying to talk about games.
Yes, I.
Anyways, so I've been playing the first Shadow Hearts again.
Oh yeah.
That game is so good. I forgot how good that game is. I really like the dialogue in that game a lot and the characters. And oh yeah, I started playing Asher's Wrath again.
Oh yeah.
Because I haven't played the DLC for that yet, which is actually like the end of the game. It's part of the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been replaying it to get all the gauges, because there's all the different gauges you can get. I was trying to get the best gauge in the game. That was pretty annoying.
That's pretty hard to gauge at what point,
Because you have to play with this one thing with like it's called the mortal gauge, and like you take like tons of damage from like all attacks and all this shit, and it was like even hard on like the easiest setting. What I have to do is beat the game with like every stage with it. You can unlock the best one, which gives you pretty much like invincible mode forever.
Someone asked me what I thought of Ashura's Wrath, like they were, because it was when my brother was looking for games, you know, and we ended up getting Shazam. He said, Asura's Wrath. He's like, what's this? I was like, it's funny, they had a mix up at the factory, and instead of putting game in, they just put QuickTime events.
That's
I don't
funny.
remember anyone says that game is great and really fun.
I didn't play Asura's Wrath. I actually just made James play it in front of me.
I've played through it like I've beaten it probably like at least 10 times already. I mean, not that many, but quite a lot of times.
Is it more than once?
Definitely more than once.
Oh my god, that's way too much for me then.
It's always fun to play. The cutscenes are always enjoyable to watch. Guy gets angry and beats the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
The DLC is really cool. Like, there's this one DLC for like an episode. Those two DLCs are like just QuickTime events because they basically got like anime studios to like animate like an Ashura's Wrath thing, and they got this. I think it was called Studio 4C, which did the animatrix and stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks so fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
It looks really cool. Like this huge battle that you don't see in the game. They like made up like an episode like in between two episodes within the game. Also, there is possibly a small drop of slime review coming out for that game soon.
Oh, yeah.
When I
totally forgot about that.
When I can work on that, this will be a #1 episode edited by Captain Goyle.
Yeah. Oh, I'll help you with that on this one.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be the first one that's gonna be mainly edited by Captain. We're hoping. Like,
I gotta record the audio for it, and then we'll be good.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So I look forward to that.
It's gonna be like
coming soon to a YouTube near you.
All the audio is gonna be like, and so I think this game is. You can go up to the thing, and then the Ashura's Wrath comes like that.
Then Ashura's Wrath comes out. It comes out of his dick.
Because this game 10 out of 10. Captain Goyle.
10 out of 10.
And the song will sound like call me maybe.
I was gonna give it 6 top hats out of 7.
This is a top out of 9.
That's a pretty low. Well,
like
#1's the best. So.
That's what professional Jared does. He's always like, it's a floppy disk out of 10. And he's like, this game was good.
And that's all I've been playing, really. Just those 2 games. And League of Legends.
That's expected. Alright. That has been SlimeWire. That was SlimeWire.
Anybody
We're still
else
in.
got some parting words to give the audience today? On episode 19?
The Ran route is impossible to get in Sengoku Rans. Why?
Stop playing that game for just
I did. Once I discovered Cheat Engine, I took away all the I just gave myself infinite actions and money. And then I played it obsessively for like a whole day and gave up once I realized it's fucking impossible to get the one game route I never got. So I said fuck it and I uninstalled it.
We said we would never talk about that game again after episode 2.
Seriously.
Or 4. I think it was 4.
And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9.
And we're gonna keep bringing it up. It's like we keep bringing up Disgaea.
Next week, Pokemon.
You want to have another Pokemon episode?
I'm holding myself to that.
Alright, well here, let me leave you all with a quote.
No.
Or from Edgar Allan Poe.
No.
Okay, it's from the poem An Enigma.
Donnie, if you say the quote, the next time I see you, I'm going to rape you.
Seldom we find. That's it.
Well.
Never.
I guess I should probably still rape you, just to make an example out of you.
Remember that movie, The Raven?
What?
Remember that movie, The Raven?
With Vincent Price?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Remember when they shoot the lasers at each other?
Oh, that's not the Raven, right? That's
Fuck!
That's
God damn it!
That's another one of Roger Corman
God
ones.
fucking damn it!
The same series.
Fuck! Why am I wrong about everything? God Damn it!
Wasn't one of them? I think
So
wasn't
mad.
Murders in Room
I'm
Morgue.
gonna murder myself right now and never remember anything about a movie again.
And with that, I am Dr. Sanders.
We're not ending it there.
Okay.
I gotta cut that out. So
This has been SlimeWire. I am
it's
Dr.
been a
Sanders.
disaster, more like it.
This has been disaster. I am
Chris
Dr.
is calling
Sanders.
me to play League of Legends, probably.
Alright, Dr. Sanders.
Shit. Captain Doyle.
Chase the base.
Out. You're not
You're off the wire.
You're not cheat the base at all.
Stay off the wire.
Off the wire.
Maybe he just disappeared.
No, he was there for a second.
It was an internet ghost. Internet ghost.
Internet ghost.